guys, welcome back. It's your girl P, and right now I am warming up my coffee because it got a little cold. I warmed my coffee up, I took some notes, made some content, and forgot I had it. So now I definitely want it before recording this video. But today I want to talk about my safety tips and also some best practices. Hold on. I want to talk about my safety tips and some best practices because I've just never made a video like that before. Honestly, I really try to use common sense, and this is no put down. This is no put down to no one, but I think sometimes, and even I had to learn a lot, but sometimes like we don't have what would be just common sense, or we get overexcited and anxious because we're just getting into this career from working a regular job like me, and then you forget about some things. But I wanted to do my first video on this, so this is probably not everything. I'm sure there will be a part 2, 3, 4 as things come in my brain. But these are some of the ones that I thought about and I wanted to share with you guys. So the very first one is you have to start with an alias. If your name is Joseph Brown, I don't know what came in my brain, and your email is joseph.brown@gmail.com, and then you think of your alias, and your alias's name is Bill, and you go create accounts under Bill, but you're still using that same email. So once you get your name, once you think of the name in your head, the first thing you want to do is make an email account with that name. And when you are doing things in this industry under that name, use that email. Don't use the email that's attached with your real name. Don't. And the reason why is because sometimes things could get traced back to that email, and you may have another job or whatever the case is, and they'll be able to trace that email and see some of the sites that's attached to it. Okay. Number 2, or I'm not even gonna number it because I don't know, I'm just gonna talk. Don't give out your personal info. Look, I do not care how friendly these guys are. Even you guys, like with me and you guys, like I cannot give you guys my real info. Like I've shared my number a couple of times, and then I think back like, whoa, I just am contradicting my whole self. Like even with y'all, like you cannot have like my real stuff, So with them, like don't give out your real name. Even with me, like I don't need to know your real name unless you're collaborating with someone, y'all are exchanging your IDs and you're working together and you have that established, once you meet in person. What they need to know your real name for? What do I need to know your real name for? Like, ladies, when y'all come to me, please come with your adult pages. Like, I don't need to know any of your real stuff. Okay. So, don't overshare. I feel like you need to find a way with your audience, like with me, okay? Like I'm very personable. I want to share with you guys. I want to let you guys know what's going on inside of my life. But just know there's a lot of things that you guys don't know. There's a lot of things that I do not share. Like I put a lot out there because I want to be relatable and I want to show you guys, the things that I go through. But there's also a lot of stuff that you don't know. And, that's my personal business. Everybody has their own personal business, so don't overshare. Never, ever, 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 ever give your real address or your real number out. I shouldn't have to say this, but don't do that. Never think these guys are your real friend. Like, let's face it, I've had a really, really good supporter that has supported, well, multiple actually. I can think of 3 right now in my brain that have been supporting me for years. And I do really like these guys. Like, I like their personalities. I enjoy my chats with them. I like the fact that they've been spending money on me all these years. I just really like that. And years, mind you. And even still, you're not going to have, I'm not thinking you my real friend. Like, we're not real life friends. This is some online and online world stuff. They are not your real friends. And that brings me to another point. I know a lot of the times when girls on YouTube make safety videos, it's like they're only making safety videos with you and your fans. And although that is important, we have to make these safety and best practice videos when dealing with other people in the industry. People, I cannot stress this enough. These people ain't your friend. They ain't your friend, okay? I'll be telling some of my friends, like, you have to understand these people ain't your friend. Okay, stop oversharing with them. Stop thinking they're your friend because they're not. You must go into this thinking that they're my coworker. And you have to have that coworker kind of vibe. Okay. Best practice. Execute your ideas before sharing them. Before you run your little flabbermouths online, spreading the word about this really cool concept you just came up, this really dope ass video idea, and you're gonna do it this, and oh my gosh, baby, somebody gonna take it, and then you're gonna get mad if they do it better than you. Definitely a best practice. One really big example that happened this year was one of the old owners. I think they got new ownership on MV. Nonetheless, this girl had this whole tarot idea, and I forgot the model's name. And she like really stole that girl's idea rather quickly and did it big. Like, she did a really good job with it. So, and then I've watched other friends share things and then people copy them, or I say I'm going to do this and people copy it. So just a best practice, before you share your ideas, make sure you have them executed. Like, always be a step ahead of people. So if they want to copy you, they really are behind. Okay. Another best practice, when you are doing collabs with people, honestly, like, I see a lot of people doing too much flirting in the beginning when you're just introduced to someone. Yes, we are adult workers. Yes, y'all do have to have actual intercourse with them and have some sort of a vibe, but honestly, if you're gonna flirt with someone and it's gonna be that kind of vibe going on, it's going to happen. It's just naturally gonna happen. So when y'all are going to set up in the process of setting up, oh yeah, I want to work with you. Yeah, I want to work with you too. Like, don't flirt with them. Don't send them pictures of your nude body. Don't send them sexy little quotes. Like, at the end of the day, they're just your coworker too. Like, keep it professional. Okay, that's just the best practice. Just my advice. Okay. And yes, I know people can talk and say, well, Paislee, you don't really do collabs. How dare you speak on it? However, I have a lot of friends that do, and I sit back and I've done my research for years watching them, and I see the ones who keep it professional, and I see the ones who do all this extra flirting. And then I tally up their success and scores in my head, and I see where it is. So that's why this is definitely down as a best practice. Okay. And then you want to set your boundaries and stick to your boundaries, whether you're on cam, on the phone lines, or talking to another creator. Like, your boundaries are your boundaries, and if they cannot respect it, should they be who you're associating yourself with? Okay? So, Also, my last best practice. And this goes into what my little flyer is saying up here. Repurpose content. I could make a whole repurposing content video. So we're going to do that later. And I'm going to talk a little fast right now because it's almost over. But repurpose your content. All right. Hope you enjoy. Toodles.